When to delegate or outsource your task.
My thought process on this was when you're starting your business and you get to a certain point and you feel like, well, this is my personal opinion. When you feel like everything is getting too much, or if you have something that you want to launch and you just don't have the time to complete it all, when when you're at that beginning stage and you're just a solopreneur, at a certain point you're going to get to where you want to do speaking engagements, where you want to get some digital products or even physical products out there. However, your back end isn't done right, or it isn't completely set up the way you need it to take either phone numbers or email addresses. At that point, it would be a good idea to outsource, put an application out there, put feelers out there. So basically, my number one thing is when tasks become too time consuming, right? And your operation should get easier as time goes on. But if you are consistently doing a specific task and it's just taking up all of your time and you don't have time to put into other aspects of your business, then to me, at that point, you should outsource or delegate if you have a team.
You should always look at your business, no matter where you're at, what level you're at, periodically to see what it is in your business you can eliminate first. There are often things that we are doing that we really don't have to do. No one really needs to do it, but we somehow has built it into our system, maybe because it makes us feel better, maybe because it's a habit. But often there's something in your business that you can just eliminate. You don't have to worry about it. It's not pushing you any further towards your goal. It's really not necessary, but maybe it's a habit that you built. So always look into eliminating. So before I would suggest delegating, you want to look at everything in your business to see what you can actually automate. Your last one is then delegation. So after you have went through to see what you can eliminate, what you can automate, and you have really automated everything you feel like you can, then you want to start looking into outsourcing your task. This is going to help you as far as financially, because a lot of times you can go ahead and do some of these things yourself and make sure that you are being the most efficient with your finances before just jumping into just flat out, let me just delegate it. Now, obviously, I'm all for delegation, I'm all for outsourcing, but I'm also all for you having your business as streamlined as much as possible. So, this is going to help you be the most cost effective. And that's the biggest thing right there.
I definitely agree. Automating does make things so much easier, right? But you still have to make sure that you do your updates on any content or make sure that your connections are connected. Um, but that's all things you could set aside to go in maybe once or twice a week. Give yourself an hour just to make sure everything is still flowing correctly, or even once or twice a month. So I definitely agree with that, and it is cost effective until you get to the point to outsource or delegate.
And it's all about saving you time. So once you automate, even yes, you're still going to have to monitor your automations, or you may find that that may be something you will outsource. But the point is, you've got it cleaned up enough where you know if number one, you need to outsource just to have someone to help monitor with that, or you're good on that. Like you can go in, you can, you're saving time by not doing the actual process, and it takes less time for you to actually then just monitor it. You may have something that maybe you're skillful at, but you just don't like doing. I know a lot of people don't like to do their social media.
Amen.
They doesn't mean they can't do it. Doesn't mean they wouldn't do it. Well, they just don't want to. So if that becomes a hindrance where certain items are not getting done, which means, and we'll stay on the example of um, social media, not as many people are seeing your business. You're not being marketed as much as you could be because you have this blockage of, I don't want to do it. I don't like doing it. This is just not where I perform the best because I don't like to. Then that's a problem, right? That's an issue. So at that point, go ahead and outsource it. Being a solopreneur, we need to remind ourselves too is we don't have to do everything on our own. You will quickly get burnt out, and outsourcing is self-care as well. So you also have to think about what kind of face do you want your brand to put out there. Do you want your brand to look like someone who's just struggling, trying to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, versus outsourcing someone who that is their zone of genius and they're making you look better? One of the pros of delegating and outsourcing is just straight up leveraging other people's skills. Your company hopefully will get to a certain point where maybe you're a 6-figure company, maybe you're a 7-figure company, um, maybe you're 8-figure, and you're really trying to figure out how you go over the hump to the next figure. Well, part of that is just expertise. Everyone's business are at different levels, and at some point maybe you're just thinking about having someone just to do the bare minimum to give you more time, and then you're going to get to a point where, okay, you got all that, but it's not done to the best quality everywhere, and then you're like, oh, okay, I need an expert in this area, an expert in this area. Because if your team is built up of experts in everything they do, then you're going to have a really strong team. So try to also, sometimes we even want to look at, maybe you're really good at something. Maybe you're really good at selling, or you're really good at operations, or you're really good at writing. But what may actually push your business even further when you get to that point may be finding someone who's even better than you, right? Because maybe you took your business to a certain figure and you feel like you're stuck. That may be part of the missing ingredient. Is just finding someone who's actually even better than your expertise to continue to push you over that hump and grow even further.